Yeah, we're live. Eric, it's snowed today.
Here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
I wonder if
woke
it's the
up to
same
snow.
snow. I wonder if it's the same
Hmm,
snow.
I don't know. It was snowing last night around like 11 or 12, I think, is when
All
it was
right.
coming down. Maybe it made it. Who knows?
Yeah.
All I
It
know is both of us are, let's see, close to mental capacity, let's
oh
say.
yeah.
Maybe you more so. Mine is like regular, every day, close to capacity of like long weekend with meetings and events all day yesterday. What? No, today's Tuesday. So Sunday all day. Then yesterday was Lisa's birthday. So then all of that stress of being the
Yeah,
husband of someone who's having a birthday.
for sure.
Haven't really cleared my head. And then this morning, well, also all Sunday and yesterday, Eloise was super sick.
Oh yeah.
Like on the couch, didn't do anything, slept all day.
Oh man.
And then Josie was starting to get it last night. So then last night, everyone changed beds. Everyone woke up and left, and like people were on couches. Everyone was mixed up. It was ridiculous.
Why is it
So then this
easier to
morning,
sleep on a couch when you're sick?
I have no idea, but that's where Eloise ended up, and Lisa ended up on the other couch with her, and then Josie came into our room. I'm like, what is happening? So then this morning, I needed to do a workout. I needed some time. And thankfully, Lisa was like, I'll work down here. Go in the garage, do a workout. Because I needed it.
Made you feel
And I
better?
know, yes, definitely. My head is clearer now, even though not completely. Um, but yeah, and I know you got even way more going on.
Yeah, we got the move going, and actually this week we're gonna be moving stuff periodically. So actually today is the last day that we need the pull-up rig. So after today, actually tomorrow, we're going to start taking it down, putting it up in the other spot. We've got just even like as we're done with the bikes, as we're done with the rowers, it's like just start moving them over. And of course,
Mhm.
it started snowing the week that we're gonna. It's been like 70 degrees, and should have done it then. But that always happens, and like what is it? No plan withstands the attack with or contact with the enemy,
Yep.
and it's like all right, but we're just gonna get stuff done. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're doing a lot for other people.
Yep. Yeah, same with you. And like I said, this morning, Lisa did something for me. Like just seeing a need and filling it, which is what we're talking about is giving more than you get, and not quantifiably necessarily of like,
Mm-hmm.
I got this much, I'm going to give even more, but as a mindset and just how you approach life and people, um, is thinking in that mindset of being a giver.
Yeah,
Because Thanksgiving's coming up.
yeah, and uh, yeah, it's sort of interesting how giving can be super beneficial. Now, I also think that we need to do those things for ourselves, right? So actually, you even you got your workout in. You
Hmm.
were able to get a workout in, and how important that is because if we're going to be giving, right, we need to fill our cup too.
Yep.
But the majority, I loved the what was it? The Ultimate Hawaiian Trail Run, right? What one of their things was give. Like that was their like tagline. Just give, right? Give to people. Give however you can.
Hmm.
And um, yeah, and I think that it is super rewarding. And I think that I get lost in that often, right? It's like um, even just am I giving enough, right? uh, Whenever it comes to that, put your mask on first, right? Like just like they say on the airplane. I was just I was just telling Natalie the other day because she said something about like making the kids lunch or like whatever, and she's like, "Do you got something?" And I was like, "Don't worry about me," because uh, I often put my mask on first. It's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm full. And does anybody need anything?
Yeah.
So now, how do I um, get out of that? I like to think that I am a pretty selfish person. Now
You
that
like
does,
to think that?
but I mean, so yeah, like um, how do I work on me making sure that I'm also giving enough?
Man, it's a thought habit.
Okay.
And so it takes practice. It's a skill that you develop. Because I'm the same way. I don't I don't think ahead.
Hmm.
So um so giving in that respect of like, oh, someone would really like this, or I could do this for that person tomorrow or next week or something. Like that does not run through my head. Where I do Uh, what's more natural for me is in the moment of like spending time with someone or helping with like something that they're working on.
Hmm.
Like that stuff in the moment is my natural tendency. So, I think recognizing that about yourself. Like some people love giving gifts and they see something at the store and they're like, "Oh, that person would love this. I should just pick it up."
Yeah.
That never occurs to me
Never
ever.
once.
No.
No, I go shopping for Christmas and I'm like, ooh, I would love this. I'm like, but what
How
would
much
somebody
will
else
I get to
like?
play with this?
I'm like, I don't even know what other people like. You don't
I
like
know.
this?
Well, and I think for me, I'm like, there's nothing that I need. Why would I want anything? Why would someone else want this to clutter up their house?
Yeah, I think that's a huge problem. I have a lot of issues around gifts in general, whether it's giving or receiving. And now, like you said, so I enjoy being around people. And like when you think of the five love languages, if you've never read that book, the five love languages, it's a fantastic book. And so what are so there's acts of service, there's gift giving. Um, what's the verbal one?
Words of affirmation,
Words of affirmation. That's three. What else we got?
quality time,
Quality time.
and one more.
Something else.
Yeah.
Something else that's important. So you see how I'm doing
Physical
with this.
touch. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. And um, yeah, actually, I never actually took the test on it. But I definitely know that there's some that I'm not, right? And I'm not I'm not a physical touch person. Like that doesn't make me feel great, and it's not like the way that I necessarily give give love. Um,
Hmm.
and definitely not a gift giver. Although I feel like there are times, and like you said, I don't plan it. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'd like to help them, right? Or
Yeah.
actually, I just heard somebody say something the other day, and I am actually working on a gift for them because like it was one of those times, and this is not often where it was like I heard something and I was like, I need to do that. Whereas
Yep.
like you said, some people go into a store and they see this thing, and it's usually never like that for me. But I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this because I actually thought about it. And but yeah, that is really hard for me, when yeah, just when you're going about your daily like monotony, like
Right.
you're caught in the fire, and it's like it's hard to stop and think about other people.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, it's a habit. like I said, I'm terrible at gift giving. Um, but I am, like you were just saying, I am way more attuned now to when Lisa is like, man, I could use more of whatever nail polish. And then I go over and I snap a picture with my phone.
Yeah.
And for her birthday, two of the three things that she got were things that she had said out loud. And then I was like, hang on, boop, got it. Because, like, and I never use, maybe the last 2 years
Mhm.
is when I've really put focus into that of like, when you say something, I need to put it down somewhere because otherwise, like, what could anyone possibly want?
Yeah. I'm actually in like maybe a day. So
But it
so
is, I mean, it's really just a practice in empathy of like, what would that person appreciate? And recognizing, like you were saying with the five love languages, that other people receive love differently.
mhm.
And so even if you're thinking that makes no sense, like why I would never want someone to do that. I would never want like I
Somebody
don't
just give
expect
you a
people
hug.
to yeah, or like to say like wow, I really appreciate you. Like why would you say that? But
Oh, you are so speaking my language. I'm like, what? Are you trying to make me feel weird?
yeah. Even in like on like social media. Like, you see someone post something and
Hmm.
then you're like, "Oh, interesting." And then scroll past. But like I mean, it feels good when someone likes your post.
Yeah.
And even if you don't feel the impulse, like if you like it or just make a quick comment, that can really make someone feel good.
Yeah. And you know what? Case in point, uh, me and Nellie were having a talk, and I'll tell you what, Nellie just like, uh, I feel like she knows all the things. But um,
Maybe she
so
should have a Facebook Live.
yes, maybe she'll have to be the third person. She'll hold us together.
Yeah.
But you know, I I I didn't comment on Facebook posts very often, just because it 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 meant very little to me,
Hmm.
right? And even like when people would comment, I'm like, man, they just commented on this, like, and it might just be like, great job, you know what I mean, or happy birthday, and so those things didn't necessarily mean very much to me
Hmm.
when people were doing that. And then I like she had said something. She's like, "You just don't get it." And I was like, "What don't I get?" I was like, like get off the internet, or whatever. And really, there's a community feeling, right? Or somebody is showing you love, right?
Yep.
And it's almost like if somebody says, "Hey, that's a really cool new shirt," and you're like, "Oh, this old thing, I don't even really like it too much," or you get a haircut and it's like, "I don't really like it," you just like totally crapped in their face, right? Because words of affirmation may be their love language. They just showed you love, and you just like stomped on them and spit on them, you know
Yep.
and somebody just might want those words, and um, it almost seems disingenuous. Like if you go, well, but that's not how I would show love. But it's like you don't have to show them this by the way you like it. You're doing
Right.
it the way they like it,
Yep.
and that was like mind blowing to me. And I'll tell you what, it really makes me feel good now that I like now doing like little things like that. It's like, oh man, it's somebody's birthday. Say happy birthday to them, right? Because I'll tell you what, like birthdays, I could care less about for myself, right?
They make
I
no sense.
I don't enjoy it. Like people are like, oh, aren't you gonna have a party? I'm like, I don't really care to have a party. Like I don't want it, whatever. But uh, other people do, and so now I had to go. Oh man, we should make a big deal about this. And yeah, at first it did feel really disingenuous.
Hmm.
See, you see, I use that word twice.
Yeah,
It,
I know, and it's not even a word.
all right, yes.
Disingenuous.
Well, it depends on how you say it, but um, but yeah. So it didn't feel right. Let's, but but all of a sudden it really started feeling great, and it's like giving that thing, and the weird thing is that all of a sudden it starts giving back, like where
Hmm.
you go, man, I can make this person feel really good. I can make their day, whatever it is, by doing something that's very uncomfortable for me for somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're, oh, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So you're making them feel super appreciated, and now you're becoming a thoughtful, caring person.
Mm,
Right? In their mind, like they're now seeing you as a thoughtful, caring person, and because you're doing those things, you are becoming a thoughtful, caring person.
yeah. Mm. Man, I never thought I would be that, but I'll tell you what, like that is, it is really weird for me, like some of these things, and you know, but
we
the
we both may have a touch of like um, sociopath in our personality.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of some other, like, because this has came up a bunch, and I do feel like I've worked on that. Actually, you know what? Even so, words of affirmation. Um, man, I oh shoot, I just forgot what I was going to say, but there was something that I recently realized that, oh, you know what? Even just like so back to like, hey, that's a nice shirt. Learning to say thank you, and
Yeah.
uh, and that sounds like, yeah, no kidding. We taught our kids that a million times. Like, what's the magic word? Or no, that's please. What's the other words? Are thank you a magic word too?
Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah.
All
Use
right,
your
but
manners.
I haven't heard the magic word in forever. Do we still do that?
We don't say that. I usually just go like this.
Yes.
They'll ask
Uh,
me for something and I just stand there until they say it.
but actually, I've even done it when, and I've started to practice this when, even when people are possibly breaking my balls. They're like, nice pants. I'm like, thank you. And like, it's like, you know what? They had enough balls to make a comment to you,
Hmm.
and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna acknowledge their words, and again, at first it felt a little bit weird, and especially if somebody's breaking your balls, all of a sudden it really puts a weird spin on the conversation. Because they're like, did they think I meant that? But I think it is a good practice to um, start start using the, like, a thank you, as opposed to a story about why your things are not what they said they were.
Right. Yeah, rejecting the compliment.
But yeah, so I think that, like, mainly when we start looking at this, we're looking less about what um, what we care about, and now start looking at how would somebody else want me to treat them. It's sort of the opposite of the golden rule, like, treat somebody how you want to be treated,
Mhm.
because this makes you wait, right?
Well, I feel like it's the same as the golden rule
No,
because you're thinking about like if I was in their situation, what would I want someone to do for me? Like if I
no,
was
but
that person.
no. See, I think it's the opposite. So if so because like you're still thinking about you, like how would I want this? And so I wouldn't necessarily want a hug,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
right?
Yeah,
Like if I was in this situation, but they might want a hug, right?
yeah,
And so now I have to think of treat this person how they would want to be treated.
yeah,
And now you start getting deeper into what are the things that they seem to enjoy, and maybe they want you to write them a card, and it's like I would never like what now what am I going to do with this card, right? But also acknowledging if somebody sends you a card, right, instead of being like why would they send me a card, it's like thank you for giving
yeah.
me this card, because maybe they're giving you a gift or words of affirmation or whatever it is, um, and because getting the words of affirmation back is what really fills them up,
Hmm.
right? And so it's finding how can I help fill somebody else up, and when you do that, once again, it's like oh, all of a sudden it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like when that person says thank you instead of, oh, you didn't have to do
Oh yeah, another total ball breaker, right? He was like, I
that.
just worked so. I know I didn't have to do it. I didn't want to.
Which,
I'm
along
working
those
on
same
this.
lines, it's the least I could do is like the
Mm,
worst phrase ever. I
yeah.
did the least possible. Here, this is the worst.
Yes.
Why is that a phrase? It makes no sense.
All
I
right.
could have done so much more for you.
I'm saving it. I'm saving it. We don't want to give too much at one time. All right. So we've sort of went over a little bit about relationships, right? But this can show up in other ways. So how else could you see this showing up where you're giving something and not necessarily getting as much in return?
I think in the gym, like if you're just doing a workout, like doing those same things of words of affirmation, or you might say quality time, like if someone's really struggling and you could go faster and you decide this person needs a partner for this workout. So I'm going to stick with them. Maybe they're running slower or whatever, but you're doing reps with them, right? Like you can be that person who encourages them and helps them through, and you'll get a slower time. And you made a friend, and you helped someone else out. You helped someone else get a faster time,
Yeah,
right? I think that's one awesome way.
yeah, man. And I'll tell you what like partner workouts, that's one of those things that I think that a lot of people love and a lot of people are very scared of, and and I think it's for exactly that reason.
Hmm.
But I think that if you really realize one of the benefits of CrossFit is that we're struggling together. And
Hmm.
when you do struggle together, one person is probably going to have less of a hard time than somebody else, and uh, and that's totally okay. And I think it's probably one of my favorite things. Like I love being able to do that. Like when you stop thinking about what is this workout going to do for me, and and being just be part of the group, right? Just
Yep.
be here, do it. I promise fitness will happen if you keep doing it consistently. If you did CrossFit really poorly, really consistently, which actually, like when I go back to like starting CrossFit, doing it by myself in a garage and just reading on, hey, how am I supposed to do this and whatever, right? Um, I got really freaking fit, and I did most things wrong. You read stuff like number one, you I wasn't moving well, right? It was like because I was learning all these things just from watching a video, and I didn't have anybody to tell me that was good or bad. And if you've ever videoed yourself and you get like the that little meme of what I think I look like and what I actually look like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh crap, what the heck was I doing? Luckily, when I started, I still had a flip phone. There was like, I would have had to go get a
Yeah,
video
that's what I was
camera.
about to say. Yeah, if you had a digital camera that you could set up and
Oh
take
yeah,
a video, then
yeah,
maybe you could do
and
that.
video like maybe 30 seconds because you didn't have enough storage on your camera.
Right.
Actually,
Or, I
just
was in our college gym, so there was a wall of mirrors.
yeah,
So I'm like
okay,
staring at the mirror, like learning to snatch that way.
yeah, but yeah, like so I promise that if you're doing it consistently, consistency is the key more than being perfect. And if you're doing that, that workout is going to mean so much more to the group because guess what? If it's really freaking fun, you're going to stay there longer.
Yeah.
You're going to make a reason to get to the gym as opposed to if it's like, hey, I'm gonna smoke everybody, right? Because guess what? That wears off, and all of a sudden it's like number one, either you don't care about it, right, or it's just really not fun, right? Or
Yeah.
somebody starts getting better, and then is it still fun, right?
Right.
And
Yeah, when you're getting smoked.
yeah, and so if that's only the only thing you care about, but if instead you're like, hey, I want to I want to go do some hard stuff with people that I really enjoy being around, all of a
Hmm.
sudden everybody just got better. And I think that that is one of the biggest benefits of doing CrossFit and doing CrossFit with other people. Because guess what? You can do all those workouts for free online. Like CrossFit.com has been putting out a workout forever.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a testament just for you guys at CrossFit Chicago Heights that it was in a garage and then in that space, and now you're moving into a different space. It's
Yeah.
been a decade
Yeah. It's been
because people
absolutely
have been
crazy.
giving, right? Contributing to the community and made an awesome community, and more people want to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been a crazy journey. And yeah, I think that man, when I go back and think about just the things that have gone into building this for the 10 years and the people and um, people volunteering for just certain things and um, donations of things, we've
Hmm.
had people, oh, hey, here's this type of equipment or whatever. And yeah, actually, like when we started, it was sort of like pooling stuff together, you know, and it was like, hey, I'm gonna leave this here because like I use it and I think that it'll be beneficial for other people. And you know, yes, it gave them some benefit, but it gave so many more people so much more, which has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. So develop that mindset of giving more than you get, right? You've got plenty of stuff, plenty of people, things, all kinds of blessings in your life that you can share with all the people around you. So yeah, do it.
There you go.
Look for those opportunities.
And the new golden rule: do unto others as they would want to be treated, or whatever.
Yeah.
Treat
Something.
others how they want to be treated, not how you would want to be treated. There you go. Gratitude.
Yep.
All right, Eric. I will see you next week for Do That But Better,
Yes.
11:30. And man, that is Thanksgiving week.
And from the new location.
Oh, and oh yeah, and from the new, yeah. As long as I get this internet fixed.
That is the worst. Sitting on hold trying to get internet taken care of.
Yeah, they should treat me more like I want to be treated. All right, Eric, I will see you later, and we'll
All
see you guys
right.
next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.